Welcome to 13 Not Reviews, and today we'll be reviewing Happy Death Day to You. PG-13 film, so you know what that means. No nudity, probably no gore. Hour and 40 minutes long, comedy, horror, mystery, and directed by Christopher Landon, who I guess brought you Happy Death Day Part 1. So that's the DVD. It's got the gag reel, deleted scenes, never ending birthday. Budget on this film was about $9 million. That's a good hunk. The actors in the film, I guess really the only one that, all of them did a great job. Acting was awesome in the film. Jessica Roth, she showed out. The rest of them, just kind of blended in with each other, I guess. Synopsis on this film is it's deja vu all over again for Tree Gelbman, the snarky sorority sister who solved her own murder by repeatedly reliving her death. When the masked campus killer mysteriously returns to terrorize new targets, Tree cycles through another time loop of clever chills and suspense in Happy Death Day to You, the inventive follow-up to Blumhouse's hit thriller Happy Death Day. Alright, here's the thing. I think in this one, they tried to get a little too creative almost. It almost looked, they got too Back to the Future-ish kind of, I don't know. It's more about, it kind of explains why she's going through the day in this one. It's a time loop, like they said, and it's a science project or something, whatever they're inventing, some of the students in the on campus. They've invented this machine that involves the multiverse. So what happens is she gets sucked into this, and she's in an alternate universe than what she was normally in. Different things happen. The mom's back alive, in this universe that whatever multiverse she's in. So, I think it's just too clever, almost. And the film is funny. It's entertaining. It's funny. It's more comedy. I like the first one a lot. This one is more comedy than it is horror. There's hardly any horror to this film. I think I remember seeing one scene at the first of the film that I really liked. That I was, oh man, that's kind of creepy. Where they're at the basketball game and they're trying to hide from the killer with the baby face mask and black hoodie. Man, that's all you got to do, man. Throw a black hoodie over a mask and you got yourself a killer. Believe me, I know. I've done it. And it looks cool. The babyface mask, I wasn't really impressed with it at first, but this is one scene in this movie where they hit an alarm and everybody's having to leave the basketball game, and they got kind of split up, and the killer's just standing there amongst the crowd, and people are walking by him, and he turns around and looks at him. Dude starts running, and he's sitting there trying to get to him. I thought it was a cool shot. It was cool the way the killer was his movements and everything. But from there it took a dive. That's the first of the movie before you find out who that killer is, and it just nosedived from there. As far as the horror aspect of the film, this film is nowhere near as good as the other one. It just gets way goofier and, like I said, almost cartoonish. There's a scene in here, like in this alternate reality or alternate multiverse that she goes to because of this machine science project. If you want to look at it, it's right there on the back of the cover. Right there. That's what's causing the whole thing. Not that that's really don't spoil anything because it's on the fucking back. I don't give a fuck. So this alternate universe she's in, her boyfriend is no longer her boyfriend, it's her best friend's boyfriend, so that just fucking drives her over the deep end. She starts killing herself in inventive ways. Really not too inventive, I guess. I guess the one I thought it was gonna be cool because she sees them out there talking, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, she's gonna go like on the building and jump off the building in front of them and kill herself in front of them. But no, she goes on a fucking plane and jumps out the plane in a bikini where everybody else is using parachutes. And somehow Marks hits the spot right in front of him, which I thought I would have liked it better if she'd have just jumped off the building. It would have made it look more real. But it just this movie is just way more like comedy and comedic and dumb comedy at that. Kind of almost slapstick like comedy. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's an entertaining comedy. This is not a horror film. I wouldn't even. There's no good kills in it really. From the killer. You hardly ever see the killer in this film, to tell you the truth. I remember missing the babyface killer because I didn't see him that much to even think about him in this film. And just straight up comedy trying to get this machine to work to get her back to the goddamn multiverse she's from. So, to me, this film is a big miss. And will definitely be nowhere near my top 10. I've seen people say this is in their top 10. I was like, oh, cool, I have to see it. I waited to get it pretty cheap. It's been out for a good minute. But overall, if you talk about the way the movie is filmed and the acting and the comedy in it, it's pretty good. But if you're looking for anything near what Happy Death Day Part 1 is, you're going to be severely disappointed. But if you want to see a comedy and throw this in, give it a rent, I wouldn't buy it. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. I spent more than I needed to on it. I think I spent like $9, and that's way too much for this film. $3 rental somewhere, and maybe even $1 rental by now. Definitely rent this. Unless you're just a huge fan of this movies that you just got to have it. I don't see no reason to have this in my collection at all. All they're doing is trying to get this science project to work to get her back to the multiverse she's from. PG-13, violence, language, sexual material. Not that much. There's hardly any gore. Like I said, it's blah. It's cool, blah, whatever. It's more entertaining than a few films, but I was about to call some films out, but I'm going to stick away from that. But if you want to watch it, I'd go rent it. I missed the horror in the film because there wasn't any. And honestly, at the first of the movie, I found it kind of dumb. The whole synopsis of the film, the story of the film, I found it kind of dumb. Watch it if you want. But like I said, go rent it. Appreciate y'all hanging with me. Y'all come back and hang again sometime.